Hi guys, welcome to my video. I'm so happy to see you again. Thank you so much for watching. So today I'm going to show you my daily routine. This is what I would do most days, sort of if I'm going out shopping or meeting friends. And so I'm just going to show you how I would achieve that fun girly look. So I've already primed my face with the Glorious Primer by Younique. And now I am just using the Touche Eclat foundation, and this is by YSL. It's based on the Touche Eclat that you use under your eyes, the bestseller, and it has that same effect of just brightening up your skin. I'm just dotting this all over my face, as you can see, and then I'm going to blend it out using a Bellamy Duo Fibre brush. I think this has a really nice finish to it, and it makes it look really flawless. So if you can get hold of a Duo Fibre brush, obviously I would favour the Bellamy ones, but any Duo Fibre brush will do just as good. So now I'm just blending it all out. Now you can see that I do have my foundation slightly darker than my face. That's because my skin is so disgusting and white. So I like to have my foundation put a little bit of colour back into my skin. And that's why it's really important to blend it down onto your neck as well, just to make sure you don't have two different colours. And I have some kind of weird hair on my forehead. Nice. So there we go, we're pretty much brushed in now. I'm just making sure that everything's really blended out and looking nice and flawless. And again, just checking my neck area to make sure it's all blended in and I don't look like I have an orange face and a white neck. There we go. So as you can see, that's a really nice foundation. It blends in beautifully. All done. Can't find what I'm looking for. Aha. So this is my wonder product. This is the Maybelline Touch Illuminator pen. I finally found out what it was called after using it in a million videos and couldn't remember what it was called at all because the barcode stuck over the name of it, but that is most certainly it. It is the Maybelline Touch Illuminator pen. And this does a fabulous job of highlighting the places where you want to highlight, so essentially down the middle of your face. And I'm looking at my wrinkles, which is normal for me. Being nearly 30 years old, I do notice these things, unfortunately. But then it's amazing what makeup can do. So again, I'm just using that same Duo Fibre brush to just brush it out and blend it. Oh, I'm actually lying, I think I'm using a smaller one there. Yeah, I've got the smaller Duo brush there, and that just allows me to get a bit more definition and be a bit more precise. So I'm just blending that out. And then I always just check it with my fingers, and I just do this to smooth it out. So any bits where maybe the brush has dragged the product along too much or something, I pat it with my fingers to make sure that it actually is worked into my skin. So now I'm just going to go over that with the Double Wear. And this is by Estee Lauder. I'm just having a little bit of a sing, because hey, it's nice to do that when you're getting ready to go meet the girls. So this is again just to give extra coverage for my eye area. And again, having a little sing, I am a lunatic. So then I'm just using a foundation brush to pat this into my skin. To be honest, you can do it with your fingers just the same. I just reached for a foundation brush, so I'm obviously doing that today. I've decided that's the way I want to go. But I'll probably go over this with my fingers as well, because that's what I do. I like to make sure that I get this right into the corners by my nose, because they're the darkest areas. So it's really important that you do try and brighten those up, I mean. And again, just patting the product into my skin to make sure it's all worked in and looks really smooth and flawless. Woohoo! Done. Next stage. So this is the Evermatte powder. This is by Clarins, and this is in colour 3. It's fab. I've used this since I moved to Tenerife and I have not had shiny skin one single day. So it's a bit of a hallelujah product. And there we go, so I'm just using a large brush to put this all over my face. I don't miss any areas with this at all. I just go over everywhere, make sure it's all blended in, and just like keeps my makeup in place. Now you can use a setting spray to do the same thing, but because of the climate I live in, I do like to use a powder plus setting sprays and primers and everything. I like to make sure my makeup's not going to fall off my face, which is quite likely in these parts. So there we go, that's all set now, and that's set the foundation and the concealer nicely. So then I've just got my Bourjois bronzer. I'm trying to show you there, breaking my arm. And again, I'm just going to use a large brush, large powder brush, and I'm just going to go over the sides of my face. So I'm not really contouring here, I'm just trying to give my skin again a bit of colour, because I am quite white and I don't tend to go out in the sun much. I don't lie out in it for days and days. So I always just give my skin colour with fake tans and products. Hopefully it'll stop me aging so quickly. So as you can see, I'm just sort of going down the main parts of my face that would catch the sun if I went out in it. Ever. Oh, tickly nose. So now I've lost my products that I'm looking to show you. Cannot find them anywhere. Aha, got it. So I'm using the, this is the Barry M, beg your pardon. I always want to say that. This is the Barry M palette and this is the natural palette. So I'm just using the lightest colour in the palette here to go right over my eyes. This is just to even out any veins, any discoloration, and to brighten up the whole eye area at once. So now I'm just choosing my colour for the day, and I think I'm going to go for a nice lilac purple. As you can see, I'm going to take this purple colour here, and I'm just going to use a tapered blending brush and focus on the outer corners and the crease of my eye. And I'm just going to work this in. A little bit of product by little bit, just building it up, getting it to a desired colour that I want. Trying not to drop it all over my face in the process. And so again, I'm just going to pick up a little bit of product and just keep working that in until I get it to a level that I'm happy with. And as you can see, I'm really just focusing on the outer corners and the crease. And that's it. I'm not focusing on anything else at this point. And then I'm just going to do exactly the same with the other eye. And this is, I guess, almost carving out your eye shape, if you like. This is carving out the shape that you want to define and highlight and add colour to, really, and just make pop. There you go, just trying to show you there, because I know my light's not the best. And my camera certainly isn't, because it's on my iPhone 4S, but even then it's still rubbish. My new camera, I'm very pleased to say, has finally arrived, so that will be giving you new, better videos from now on, which I can't wait to do. So guys, I hope you saw what I did then. I just picked up a lighter colour in the palette, and I'm just using that as my highlighting colour. I'm just taking that right along the lid. At the moment I'm not blending anything in, because I do blend it all out together at the end with a clean blending brush. So I just make sure that the colours are where I want them to be, and then I blend it out to make it look really natural and blends all together beautifully. I never like looking too done. I always like to look very natural, even with bright colours. So then I'm just showing you here that I'm going to pick up the darkest of the purple colours, and this is where I'm going to focus just on the outer corners of my eye, and this is to obviously get definition. So as you can see, literally just the corners, not even going into the crease really here with this colour. I'm so sorry you can't see this better. I wish I had a better camera so you could see exactly what I'm doing here. But you get the idea. Nice face, nice makeup face. And there we go, I'm happy because I've built up the product on the corner of my eye there. Yep, happy days. So now I'm just taking the first purple colour that I used and I'm going to highlight the underneath section of my eye here. And again, this is purely for definition. You don't have to do this if you don't like to wear any eyeshadows underneath your eye, then by all means miss this stage out. I just really like that it gives you a lot more definition and colour in your eye. I think it's a really nice thing to do. And it makes the smoky effect a lot better as well. Obviously I'm doing purple smoky today, which is quite cool. A little bit different, because hey, we like to be different. So as you can see, my eyes are looking like really unfinished at this point, but that's just because I haven't done my mascara and I haven't, you know, done anything with liners or anything at this point, so everything's just looking a bit unfinished. And I can hear the cars outside, so obviously I'm telling them to shush. Don't they know I'm filming a blooming video? So there we go, like I said, I've just taken a clean blending brush and I'm literally just blending it all out. Just getting rid of any additional product that's on the under eyes there. So now I'm just adding that little bit more light product in, just to, because I've obviously after blending it out you get a good idea of where you need more product. And eyes really are a thing where it just takes time. You build up your product, take a little off, put a little on, and just get it to the way you're happy. So now I'm happy with them. I'm happy that they look even and nice. So good with that. Perfect. So now I've popped on my eyebrows. Didn't want to bore you with that because it takes a while. So I'm just going to give them a little brush now. I should make sure they're all going to stay in place. My eyebrows are getting more and more unruly by the day because I still haven't got them done. It's ridiculous how long I leave them for sometimes. But that's the magic of products. Products are so good now that they just stay in place once you've put the product on, so it kind of makes me not want to go and get them done, but I promise you I will, so I can do my videos much better and show you an eyebrow tutorial, because at the moment I wouldn't want to get that up close to my eyebrows. It would be pretty scary. So there you go, you can see that the eyebrows are all done, giving you a little kiss because you deserve it. And now I'm going to go in with some eyeliner. This one's the Benefit eyeliner. To be honest, I haven't used this yet, so this is the first time for me. It's quite cool. The product comes out like a gel, and I'm just sort of putting a little bit back in the lid because it came out quite quickly. So there we go, you can see I've done the eye. Quite pleased with that, quite nice eyeliner. Stays quite close to the lash line as well, which is good. But I've gone for quite heavy dramatic eyeliner today just because, well, that's what I fancied doing. But yeah, not a bad product at all. Rate that one. Yeah, as far as gel eyeliners go, yeah, pretty nice, pretty nice. I do prefer a brush, however, to apply mine, but yeah, it was a nice product. So now I'm using the Hair and Makeup Addiction brush, which I adore. These brushes are gorgeous. And now I'm just picking up a little bit of the bronzer out of the Sleek contour palette in medium. And I'm just going to brush that onto my cheeks. And I am doing a little bit of contouring here with powder. I haven't done any at all, as you've seen with my foundation routine. So I'm just literally picking this bronzer up and popping it onto mainly my cheeks, but mainly focusing the product sort of underneath the cheek area, so just to give a bit of definition. But like I said, I'm not doing a massive amount of contouring today. So again, just a little bit under my chin. This just gives some shape to the face. And on the forehead as well, and this slims the face down. And I haven't decided what I'm going to do with my hair today, so I'm kind of thinking, do I keep it up, do I keep it down? Who knows? I'll see what I feel like at the end of the video. So then I'm just taking the big blending brush again, and because I've already done my eyeliner, I just wanted to blend it out as well with the eyeliner done, just to make sure it all looks nice and neat. So there you go, you can see the looks coming together now. So now we're going to go for some mascara, guys. Now you can do as much or as little mascara as you want, obviously completely personal preference. I love big clumpy black lashes, but I am going to do some falsies as well today because I'm in the mood for a bit of a falsie sesh. Oh, pretty face. Sorry, you have to look at my nose. So guys, as you can see, I'm just now touching up the bits that I feel need a little bit more product. So underneath my eyes, I just felt like I didn't have an awful lot of colour compared to the top, so I'm just adding a little bit more product into the underneath there. And so now I'm just taking the NARS Orgasm Blusher. This is a fabulous colour. It's got a nice highlight to it as well. And I'm just going to pop this on the apples of my cheeks. And obviously it's nice to do this pouty little face because then you find your apples of your cheeks. And there you go, you can see I'm just popping that on. It's a really nice subtle blusher if you're going to wear like a heavy lip, which I am today. And I've also got quite coloured eyes, so I didn't want to put a massive, really very pink or pigmented blusher on because otherwise you're just going to end up looking a bit like a clown. Whereas this one's really subtle and nice. And it kind of matches my dress a little bit actually, I think. So I'm back in the Sleek Contour palette now, if I don't drop it on the floor. And I'm after the highlighter. So I've got my tapered brush there, the small tapered. Just popping it into the product, and now I'm just going to dab it along at the top of my cheekbones. And this is again for extra definition, and it helps to highlight where you've contoured essentially and makes your face look slimmer. So I'm just pressing the product in there, as you can see. You don't want to go wiping this one everywhere, you want to be quite accurate with where you're putting it. I'm just doing a little down the centre of my nose, and that helps with the illusion of it being slimmer as well. And then I just put a tiny bit on my Cupid's bow. And that's it, that's the highlighting done. So now I'm going to do my lips. I'm using the Naked Pencil by Laura Mercier. And this one really doesn't have a lot of colour to it at all, but it just stops your lipstick bleeding, and because I'm going to use a bright colour, I just need something to stop it bleeding. You can see it does something, but it's a very, very subtle lip liner. It matches my colour of my lips almost exactly. And it's always handy to have a lip pencil that does that, because you can use it, you can multitask with it quite a lot. So now I'm looking for the lipstick I want to wear, and I have a particular one in mind. And I can't find it anywhere. So I'll be back. Oh, and there we go. I went and found it for you. So I'm just going to contour my nose slightly here because I realised I hadn't done my nose at all today. And if I am going to wear my hair up, I do like to contour my nose a little bit. Now contouring is all about following the lines of your face and slimming down the areas that you want to essentially, well, obviously, look slimmer. So as you can see, that's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to make my nose look a bit slimmer here, following the line from my eyebrow down my nose, and I'm just really heavily blending that in because you don't want any lines to show whatsoever. So you just need to be really careful and go steady, little bit product by little bit, and build it up. So it just takes a little bit of time to build this one and shade it in properly. And as you can see, it's fine if you want to go with your fingers, no problem at all. Just make sure there's no obvious lines. You don't want to look like a walking sketchbook. And that's it. I feel like my nose is starting to look quite a lot slimmer by just doing that, so that was worth it. And I'm trying to show you that there's no obvious lines, but it looks like there's a shadow on one side of my nose, but that's just because my lighting's terrible. And it all comes from one side when I have the door open. And there you go, I'm just using a big powder brush as well just to blend it back into the rest of my face. Because, you know, as much as you want to contour your nose, you don't want to look like you have a black nose and then a white face. So that's it, I'm quite happy with that. That looks nice and natural. So now, time for lipstick. So this is the Fire and Ice lipstick, and this is by Rimmel. It's a fabulous colour. I absolutely adore this one, and it's the same colour as my dress, which is why I've decided to wear it today. Nice bold lip. So now, as you can see, I'm just being careful to not go outside the line that I've already drawn with the lip pencil. And I'm just applying my lipstick quite carefully because it's such a bright colour. just follow your natural lip line. And essentially take your time. When you're wearing a bright colour, you just have to take your time with it, follow your lip line, make sure you're drawing it in well, colouring it in, and filling it nicely. If you're wearing a lighter colour, obviously it's not so important, but you need to make sure you get the right lip shape when you're wearing a bright colour, because otherwise you can end up looking like a bit of a clown. Or the Joker from Batman, neither of which are good looks. So you can see I'm just going around making sure that the lip shape looks good. Make sure you've got some cotton buds on hand. Like, cotton buds are a saviour tool when it comes to makeup. You can correct eyes with them, you can correct lips. Like, you literally can correct most things with the cotton buds, which is exactly what I'm going to do now, because I'm not quite happy with the shape that I've carved out there. So I'm just going to make sure that they're nice and neat. And there we go, I've done that now. Just adding a little bit of gloss on top here. And this is the YSL. And I will find out what colour that is, because I can't remember. And it's faded quite a lot. So there we go, I'm just popping that on top of the lipstick there. And I've totally gone over my my lip line. But again, like I said, just take your time and make sure you have plenty of cotton buds at hand. And I always like to wear lip gloss on top of a lipstick. I think it just gives it like an extra dimension. And you can see that's coming together quite nicely. There we go, giving you a little kiss. And there we go, so I'm onto my fake lashes now, which I've just popped on there. Nice and easy. And I'm just going to fill in the waterline of my eyes with the, this is the Unique pencil, and this is white. And this is just to make my eyes look a bit more awake. I don't want to do black liner into the waterline as well, because I think it's too much for a daytime look, which is what I'm doing. So I'm just going to literally do it with the white pencil there. And so now I'm going with the highlighter, and I'm just going underneath my eyebrows because I realised I didn't do this earlier, which is very unlike me. Normally I'm a highlighting queen, but today I forgot to do my eyebrows, so I'm just going to literally pop some on with my finger. And again, I'm just highlighting down the centre of my nose, just because I contoured, so it lost a little bit of the highlight that I originally put on. There we go, feeling quite happy with that. There you go, I hope you can see my makeup a bit better in that light when I lean forward. You can see the highlight there, the lip. And try to show you everything. There we go, guys. Just a bit of silliness. Love you lots. Thanks so much for watching. You're amazing.